All right, let's get right to it. What is a credit score? I want you to think of it as your financial report card. It's a 3-digit number, usually between 300 and 850, that tells lenders how responsible you are with money. A high score says, I pay my bills on time. I don't borrow more than I can handle. I am a good risk. A low score, well, it sends the opposite message. This number is calculated using information from your credit reports, which are detailed records of your borrowing history. Lenders look at this score, landlords and some employers too. It determines whether you get that car loan, that apartment, or that mortgage, and the interest rate you will pay. When you say I do, you are not just merging your lives, you are often merging your finances. As I said, you don't get a joint credit score, but you absolutely can get joint credit accounts. When you and your spouse open a credit card together, take out a mortgage for a home, or co-sign a car loan, you enter a legal contract with the lender. This means both of you are 100% responsible for 100% of the debt. It is not a 50-50 split in the eyes of the bank. They don't care about your personal arrangement. They just want to be paid in full. If your name is on the account, the debt is yours, even if your spouse was the one who charged it. Any account with both your names, credit cards, mortgages, HELOCs, car loans, acts as a bridge between your reports. Anything that happens on that bridge, good or bad, is reflected on both sides. This is the mechanism through which a divorce can wreak havoc on your credit. The separation process doesn't automatically sever these financial bridges. You have to do that yourself, deliberately and carefully, or you will remain tied to your ex's actions long after the legal papers are signed. This is the part where so many people make a monumental mistake. You go through the difficult process of divorce and the final decree is issued. The decree might state your ex is responsible for the remaining balance. You breathe a huge sigh of relief, thinking you are finally free and clear. I am here to tell you, loud and clear, that you are wrong. A divorce decree is legal between you and your ex. It is not a contract with your creditors. When you signed that credit agreement, you made a contract with the lender. The credit card company was not a party to your divorce. If your ex is ordered to pay but doesn't, the creditor will see a missed payment. Maybe out of spite, or because they can't. It doesn't matter. They will not care what the divorce decree says. They will report missed payments and come after the other person on the account, you. The missed payments will be reported on your credit report and your score will plummet. The creditor can sue you, garnish wages, and place liens on property. You will be waving your divorce decree, screaming, "But the judge said he had to pay." And the creditor will say, "We don't care. Your name is on the contract." You must take proactive steps to separate yourself from the debt itself. During a divorce, you are emotionally exhausted. It is a time of immense stress and upheaval. The biggest mistake is blindly trusting your ex will pay debts assigned to them in the decree. This is a gamble you cannot afford to take. You must protect yourself. No one else will. Relying on your ex is not a strategy. Verify, not trust. Moving out without ensuring the mortgage is paid is another devastating mistake. If your name is still on the mortgage and they miss one payment, a 30-day delinquency gets reported on your credit. Multiple missed payments can lead to foreclosure, one of the most damaging events on a credit report. It will crush your score and make getting new credit nearly impossible. Keeping joint credit cards open for emergencies is a terrible idea. Emergencies look different to different people. An open joint account is an invitation for trouble. Before, pull your reports. During, pull your reports. After, pull your reports. Know exactly what's on your reports. Review with a fine-tooth comb. You need a clear picture of all joint and individual accounts. Knowledge is power. In a divorce, it's your primary shield. Okay, enough about the problems. Let's talk about the solutions. It's time to stop feeling like a victim and start taking control. I have a clear 5-step action plan to protect your credit. Step 1. Get a copy of your credit reports from all 3 major bureaus: Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. You are entitled to a free report from each every year. Step 2. Close all joint credit card accounts immediately. Call the creditors with your spouse and request closure or transfer. Step 3. Deal with mortgages and car loans. They must be refinanced into a single name or the asset sold. If the person keeping the asset can't qualify, sell and use proceeds to pay off the joint loan. Step 4. Remove your ex as an authorized user from your individual accounts and remove yourself from theirs. Step 5. Monitor your credit like a hawk during the process and for at least a year after. Look for surprises, missed payments or new accounts you didn't open. Dispute errors immediately. Be your own best advocate. The divorce is final. You have followed the steps to detangle your finances. Now look forward. This is not an end. It is a new beginning. It is your chance to build a foundation entirely your own. If your credit took a hit, do not despair. A credit score is not permanent. It changes based on your actions. You can rebuild it. Establish positive payment history in your own name. If needed, start with a secured card. Deposit becomes your limit. Use it for a small monthly purchase and pay it in full. Pay on time every single month, no exceptions. Live below your means, but within your needs. Create a budget and stick to it. Build an emergency fund, 8-12 months if you can, so repairs or bills don't force debt. This is the foundation of true financial security. You can do this. Reclaim your power and be disciplined with your money. Focus on your future. Protect your credit, set up monitoring, automate payments. Your financial freedom is in your hands. Now go out and claim it. If you enjoyed this content, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel at the Global Window for more global insights.